Hello, magical human. Welcome back to Madison Mindset, the podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about a self love practice that changed everything for me. Hello, magical human, and welcome to Madison Mindset, the podcast. My name is Madison. I'm a yoga teacher, a mindset and spirituality coach, and a complete earth fairy. I see a world that is peaceful and easy to live in. Humans that are awakened and enlightened towards who they are and what life truly is and why we are here. I understand life can be really hard. I've had a huge journey with anxiety myself. I understand what it's like to feel overwhelmed, overworked, stressed, and frustrated within this earth. It is this journey that led me to begin my own growth journey. And it's only through those struggles that I was able to birth this podcast so that you can have the tools and techniques and knowledge to help you step forward and be a being of light. A magical, earthly being who is grounded, supported, who takes on challenges with love and embraces the lessons that each day brings. You are that being. I am here to walk you there. You will find many different kinds of episodes through this podcast. All are created in the moment and with love for you. Find the one you need for this moment and enjoy. Take a moment for yourself. Sit down with your journal and tune in. Welcome. Let's begin. Now, this is something that I have never heard before. I've heard similar kind of things, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I got this from, but I just started doing it and it felt really, really good. So, as you know, I am a huge advocate for self-love, and the lack of love we feel for ourselves has been proven to really influence our day-to-day existence. It will really impact your life. And if you've ever connected with any of Louise Hay's work, she was a real pioneer in self-love and mindset industry. She's written amazing books. One I love the most is You Can Heal Your Life. I will put that in the show notes below. But in this book, she talks about pretty much every problem we have can be traced back to a lack of self-love, a lack of feeling enough. You don't feel like you're enough. You don't feel confident enough. You don't love yourself enough, so you have all these problems that come from that. So basically you can go straight to this and work on that and on much of the other things in your life that keeps going wrong, such as the relationship that isn't good for you, the inability to ask for money, the inability to save money, having a good financial position or family structure that you like, or creativity, or whatever it is. Really, it can all be narrowed down to self-love. So if you work on that, things improve. And I can definitely say that that is true. When I started working on self-love, I started to notice things change very quickly. And, the reality is that when you learn how to accept who you are and love who you are for exactly who you are and not who you wish you were, it's amazing how much easier life is, because, right, you're going around trying to get everything right, trying to have the perfect body, trying to have the perfect life, the perfect everything, trying to be enough for yourself or for others. Probably a mix of both. Right? When you accept that this is my body, this is my life, this is the situation right now, this is where I'm at, and it's enough, the relief that comes from that is amazing. And then where you can go from there, it's completely up to you. You really get to create the life you want to create. And it just comes from first your acceptance of yourself and the love you can have for yourself. So, the practice I want to talk to you about is really simple, right? I have spoken about music being a very powerful thing in affirmation land. Okay, when you sing music, everything you say, everything you sing, everything that's kind of just in your space, it becomes an affirmation. Okay, every thought you think, everything you say is an affirmation, especially when it starts with I am or something about your life. There's something about yourself, something about your life. A lot of the music we listen to is very negative. There's a lot of, breakup songs, I'm depressed songs, no one gets me. And you sing those because you're in the mood for that or whatever it is. And it actually starts to weigh you down. Okay. It really changes your mood. And if you want to test this, go and find a depressing song, listen to that, see how you feel. Then go find an uplifting, life is great song. It's amazing the difference. In one of my favorite playlists I created quite a while ago, it's called Goddess Activation. It is quite woman focused. There's a lot of, empowerment for women and all those kind of things. But there's some beautiful songs on there and they are all, I feel good, life is great, I am enough, and these are great songs, and I'm also, creating playlists that are more for yoga. So very welcome for everybody, but very focused on inner peace, love, kindness towards the self. And the new playlist I've created, which is actually to go with this episode, it is the Singing Myself Love Songs playlist. Now, this is when you take a love song that is meant to be a love song for someone else and not a breakup love song, I love you love song, right? Everything's going great, life is good love song. And instead of thinking of someone else and singing it to them, you sing it to yourself. Now, I started doing this in the car. I noticed that there were a lot of songs that I loved. I love the rhythm, I love the melody, or I've known the songs, I love singing them, but they didn't exactly align with my beliefs of, singing songs that you want to kind of create in your life and affirm. So these songs are beautiful love songs. They're great to sing to a partner or whatever it is, but singing them to yourself is very emotional. There's one in particular called It's So Easy Loving You or So Easy Loving You, something like that by Ronan Keating. And when you sing that to yourself, wow, it hits different. It is amazing. It feels quite vulnerable in the beginning, especially if you haven't done a lot of self-love work. This will feel pretty confronting, but I highly recommend it to give it a go and give it a grow. Give it a go and grow with it, right? So you can do this, start in the car, do it in the car and sing. Obviously, the ideal way to do it would be to pick a song or two and sing it in front of the mirror. Do it so you're looking at yourself and singing to yourself with this unconditional love, this acceptance of who you are and this adoration of who you are. Okay, so there's many songs on there that are really beautiful to choose from. Go and get those and see how you feel, but you could of course find your own. Just make sure they're not breakup songs or something really depressing. Okay, it should be love is beautiful. It's easy loving you, right? It's a beautiful thing. So powerful, powerful. Music has an amazing way of influencing how we feel on quite a deep level. And it's really important to recognize how deeply music can affect us and to choose the music we consume accordingly. Okay, if you're having struggle with your mental health or feeling joy in life or feeling peace, avoid certain genres. Okay, things that are very aggressive, very loud and kind of promote a lower frequency or vibration. Wouldn't recommend those. Okay. Even if you enjoy it, find time and space for that. That's fine. But the majority of the time, you should be listening, if you're listening to anything at all, listening to things that are actually nurturing your love for life and peace. Okay. So this is really important. So, people listen to depressing love songs all the time. I used to do it, especially when I was a teenager. I used to, have breakups with boyfriends and, have things go on or best friends leave, whatever it was. And then I'd get the most depressing playlist ever, play it, sing along to it, and cry my eyes out to the whole thing, acting like a victim the whole time. This is not high quality feeling of a moment. Okay. If you are feeling sad, heartbroken, whatever it is, it's good to feel that. It is good to feel that, but don't indulge in that feeling. Don't add on to it. Don't give yourself reasons to go deeper into the pain and to find a place that's so dark you can't get back out again. Okay. You're allowed to feel things, but life is not over. Life is good. Life is fine. Life moves on as it does. So allow yourself to go through the fluctuations of life without falling into the pits so heavily. You don't need to. Okay. You can dip down a little bit, feel it, and then lift yourself back up. Okay. So that's why I created the Goddess Activation playlist. And, I have a lot of playlists. You can go and check it out. It's Madison Mindset on Spotify. A lot of great playlists that just honor peace, calm, reflection. I've been really getting into like acoustic folk music lately, and there are some beautiful songs that are just relaxing, that are just nice. They're not about anything in particular, but there's also a lot of songs that are about self-love or love of life or whatever. So I highly recommend doing some reflection, and especially if you are someone who listens to music all day, be mindful that what you listen to has deep impact on you on an emotional and an energetic level, and then your physical body has to carry that. So it's really important to recognize the importance of this. So this practice, singing love songs to yourself, it's quite a vulnerable one, but it will give you a deeper connection with yourself. It will give you this sense of honoring and loving yourself. Often when you hear these love songs, you just wish someone would sing them to you, or, that your partner would sing it to you, or that you'd find someone who would bother to sing them to you or think about you when they listen to that song. And I think that's where we really go wrong with relationships. We're waiting for someone to love us in the way we want to be loved. And yet we refuse to do that for ourselves. So if you want someone else to sing that to you, but you don't want to sing that to you, do you see the disconnection there? Do you see how that's not aligned? It doesn't make any sense. You have to be open to loving yourself in the way you want to be loved so that someone else can love you in that way, so that your family can love you, so that your friends can love you, so that life can love you and show you that you are loved. But if you're in this mindset of nobody loves me, I'm not lovable, I'm not enough, then that's all you're going to see reflected outwards. Okay, your reality is a reflection of what's happening on the inside. So this is a really simple practice, and it's one that you can do in the car on the way to work or wherever. It's actually one that you can bring on the road with you, and it's powerful, really powerful. And yeah, my favorite song is at the top of this playlist, but there's a heap of beautiful songs through there that are all just your normal love songs. They're not anything other than just normal love songs. They're not meant to be affirmations. They weren't created for that. But because the artist in them sings them quite deeply, about feeling this love for someone, you get that emotion poured right back into yourself, that appreciation, that admiration, that love, So it's a really powerful way to love yourself. You could pair this with taking yourself to dinner. That's a really fun experience. If you've not done that, take yourself out for a dinner date. Feels beautiful. Feels really beautiful. A little bit intimidating, a little bit scary, but go for it. Do it. It feels good. You've got to work on love, and learning to continuously fall back in love with yourself is one of the most powerful things you can do. Not only for your own well-being, but also for everyone in your life, your future partner or your current partner, your family, all of life, everything. is going to reflect back to you. And if you are just a big love frequency, if you were just this bright, shining light full of love, you're going to be a magnet for all of that love. You're going to see it everywhere. So use this practice. It's really interesting. Give it a try. Go and find some love songs. Use my playlist. The link will be below. Go and find them and give it a go. Teach your children how to do it. Really start to honor yourself in the way you want to be honored and loved. Thank you so much for being here, Magical Human. I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing week. Let's work on self-love. Enjoy.